Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of ROADIUM After Dark. We took a little bit longer because we had to handle some personal business, more technical business. But I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. I know you guys could have been doing anything you guys want tonight, but you guys decided to tune in with me, Tony A, the Wizard, on ROADIUM After Dark. Today, I got a very special guest, but for those of you that have not tapped in, once again, we got a lot of great stuff that we have on the catalog on the ROADIUM radio page, so definitely go back and check that out. If you guys didn't check out my last night, I went live on Freaky Tales. Well, the night before, I went live on Freaky Tales. Definitely go check that out. We've been having a lot of great stuff, but we'll definitely get into that as soon as we jump into this. We're going to be opening up the phone lines eventually, so make sure you guys have your questions, because today is going to be one of my first times, other than when I have Marvelous Inc., that we talk about conspiracy theories. So other than that, we'll just jump right into it. So grab your Corona, grab your Modelo, grab whatever you're drinking and enjoy, because this is a friend that I have not seen in years. So once again, the one and only Brando.
What's up, Tony? I'm good, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. You know, first and foremost, I want to give people a little bit of our history. I met you back, I believe, in the late 90s, 96, 97, somewhere around there.
I would say like 95, 96, somewhere in that area. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of my fans here at the podcast ask a lot for JV, okay, the Neighborhood Queen.
Yes.
For people that may not know, Brando is the one that introduced me to JV. So if it wasn't for Brando, I would have never have recorded or done anything with JV. So first and foremost, I want to thank you for that.
Awesome.
You know, now,
my pleasure.
I know you've been in the industry, the music industry, a long time. I believe when I met you, either you were dealing with Thump or working for Thump. So can you give us a little bit of your musical background? How long have you been in this? You know, and do you love what you do?
I do. I love what I do. So, I worked for Thump initially between 94 and 97. And then right before that, I was working for Quality Records. It was more of an internship, but I was working with Cliff Ritchie because he was the manager of Lighter Shade of Brown.
That's right.
So I rapped on the second Lighter Shade of Brown album.
Really?
Yes. So there was a song called Interrogated Because I'm Brown. Excuse me. And I rapped on that song, and then as a result of that, I toured with them, and then it brought me to Thump between 94 and 97. After 97, I worked for Delicious Vinyl.
Yes.
And then after Delicious Vinyl, I worked for Virgin Records.
Wow.
And then after Virgin Records, it's a lot of just flip-flopping, Hollywood Records, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But now I'm back at Thump.
Okay. Now, what brings you full circle around Thump, with Thump?
Bill Walker. So Bill Walker called me up and said he has this big East Side Story car show in Fiesta coming up, and he needed my help. So that's kind of like where I'm at as far as in regards to what's going on right now. But prior to that, it was primarily Virgin Records and Hollywood Records for a short stint, but they really didn't have a lot of urban artists. Hollywood Records, I'm saying, so that's Disney.
Yeah.
But prior to that, it was Gangstar and Pharrell, NERD for the most part, Aaliyah, Janet Jackson, etc.
You know, I knew you were in the music industry, and I knew you were deep in the music industry, but I tripped out. I didn't know you rapped.
I did.
Now, what was your rap name? Was it always Brando, Brandon? What was it?
It was, so on the Lighter Shade of Brown project, it was PB, short for Pony Boy. So Pony Boy was my rap name, and then I was like associated with Street Mentality, which was Bandit and Slow Pain and Lil V. Unfortunately, Lil V and Slow Pain are no longer with us, so the only one left from that, they were from Pico Rivera.
Yeah.
And that was so Bandit's still around. Bandit's still around.
I had Bandit here when they had rest in peace Slow Pain's funeral. We did like a memorial type of deal here. A lot of people know or may not know that I had Slow Pain booked to be here.
Okay.
Yeah, I had him booked months, almost like, believe it or not, if I could even say almost we were talking for an entire year, but his schedule kept changing. Then he told me he would get sick, his wife would get sick. He started working at nights. He was coaching, but we were always in contact. And then one day somebody just put up "Rest in Peace, Slow Pain," and I was like, "What the hell?" Like there was no way. I'm like, "Bro, I still got his text messages, you know?"
Right.
So that was tough, bro, because I worked with Slow in the late 90s, 97, 98, 99. But other than that, just give us an update before we get into all the juicy stuff. When is the last time you actually saw JV?
I want to say 2012, roughly.
Okay.
Give or take. Uptown Whittier. She lived in Whittier. She still does live in Whittier.
Yeah.
To the most part that I believe. That's the last time I saw her.
Okay, and also the last time you spoke with her.
Correct. Yes.
Wow, what was she doing? Did she have anything to do with the music at all?
She did. She had like an apartment, and then she had a studio. And she had a studio set up where she would lay vocals and
She would record and stuff.
Yeah, yes.
I'm going to say this, Brandon. Maybe you can correct me, okay? Because I had the opportunity to work with her for about a year, a good year. We were in the studio, if not every week. When I say in the studio, we were in Pasadena. I would pick her up and go to Pasadena. That's where we would do our demos. And then we would track at Scanlon Studios in Alhambra.
Okay.
So for a whole year, I was working with her, shopping her music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I had a chance to really get to know her. We talked a lot on the phone. I thought if she would have just stuck with it, she would have took over this whole thing, bro. She would have took over. And not to disrespect or say that our females
or
out
to
today,
belittle her or anything. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
I do believe that JB would have took over everything. I think she was the female, because I think you could agree that the majority of all Chicanas that come out of this area, they all like JB's the one. I want to do the neighborhood queen.
Right.
I want to do this. Am I wrong or?
No, you're not wrong at all. And you know what? As a matter of fact, it was Jism. It was Jism that went into her apartment and set up the whole studio situation for her. So, props to Jism for that.
Yeah.
And then we just spoke about the one young lady, because I just saw her at the LA County Fair.
The one who did the neighborhood queen?
Yes.
Too Dank?
Yes.
Yeah.
So she actually did a rendition of Neighborhood Queen.
Yeah.
And I was just
had her
blown
here.
away. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like,
I had her here, and I do want to say this. Her manager was here with her. And her manager, and we're talking about, I think, Too Dank or Too, I think that's, I'm not trying to butcher your name because I support you.
Neither am I.
But her manager was here, and her manager played me some stuff, man. And it kind of shocked me, the stuff that she's been releasing lately, and I'll tell you why. Because the stuff that her manager played for me sounded nothing like the stuff that's out right now of her. I thought she was on some Lauryn Hill shit, the type of shit that her manager showed me. I was like, okay, she's getting ready to take off, But the stuff she's been releasing wasn't that stuff.
Okay.
So I'm wondering what happened,
Right.
But like I said, I thought she was on some low Fuji La La type of shit,
But she's from the San Diego area, correct?
Yes, much love and respect to San Diego. And I was like, man, I can't wait for this shit to come out. He was playing it for me here, but the stuff that she's been releasing is more on some West Coast gangster shit,
right?
And I was like, okay, that's cool, but I like the stuff your manager was playing me, because it was different,
right?
So. But yeah, like I said, I wish all the young Latinas. I have a Latina coming through, I believe from the IE area tomorrow.
So I don't know if you know, but after Neighborhood Queen, I was managing JV, and we had another release that we put out on Thump Records, but it was produced by Jay Swift, and he was the man that produced the the first Far Side album, and I think it was a little bit kind of a hard pill for people to swallow. Yeah. Because it was different. It was more hip hop per se than it was.
That's what she always wanted to do.
That was her heart. That was her heart. So, and then Buckwheat did a lot of the writing for that release, but it was really good stuff. I mean,
I have the CD here. I still have it. That second album, because I know she had a whole makeover and everything.
right. We had a stylist, and
Yes.
and yeah,
It just didn't work for her in this. Let me tell you, it sucks because I've been with artists, and I'm just going to say their names. I'm going to say them. I DJ'd for Mello. I produced for Mello. Okay, I got Mello shows back in the day, talking about Mello Mayonnaise. And he never wanted to do Mentirosa. He wanted to do hip hop, and I said, look, bro, too damn bad.
right.
That's what people
That's
are
what
paying.
people want.
That's what people want. I remember Frost, and this is not to downplay anybody. He would just say, I'm more than just La Raza. I get that, but this is what people want to hear. JB, I don't want to do Neighborhood Queen anymore. I want to do some hip hop.
Right.
I get it, but this is what, once you got that hit record out there, bro, it stuck with you.
Right.
There was a point even when Vanilla Ice didn't want to do Ice Ice Baby anymore.
Right.
He was doing that rock band shit.
Right.
I'm sorry. You got to do Ice Ice Baby.
Right. She did have a song called What We Have Here. And it was like a zap beat. It was like boom. It was pounding. Like it was dope. It was really, really dope. But I think it was just not what her core fan base wanted to hear.
You got to feed them.
We have to feed them. Yeah.
Like who and my last point, who has his market sold up because he knows it so well? MC Magic. MC Magic. Look at. I started going to a lot of shows with MC Magic because I became good friends not only with him but also his manager. Much love and respect to Big D and Compton Kirk. And I started going to a lot of the shows, and I didn't know much about Magic. I heard his songs before, but I never saw his shows. What really impressed me, and I saw something in him that I haven't seen in anybody else who's independent. Young girls from the ages of 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to ladies in their 50s. At his show, sold out, singing all songs lyric for lyric.
Right.
And then I'm walking around stage and I see little boys singing his songs, his choruses, verse for verse. And I'm like, this is amazing.
Right.
And then he meets every single one of his fans.
Right.
So I don't know.
Shakes hands and kiss babies.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, dude, takes pictures.
And you just did the Arizona Super Show with him, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's kind of probably why you're...
Yes, bro, I was tripping. I'm watching him from the side of the stage. I'm not even on stage. I'm just watching him. And like 5 little boys come by and they're, something about you, baby. And I just started recording them, because they knew him. Like his music is just generational, bro.
Right.
So, but he knows that he has to do those songs.
Right.
I'm sure he gets tired of, singing those songs.
Right.
But you got to do them.
Right.
I mean, can you imagine if Magic said, "Fuck that, I'm hip hop now." I'm sorry, it ain't gonna work.
No, right.
So, anyways, Brando, when we pretty much reunited and started talking again, I started hearing a lot of people saying that guy knows a lot about conspiracy theories. Okay, now I'm gonna shoot you a link when we get out of here.
Okay.
I had a guy here named Ali Icon.
Okay.
He's from the Fools community. He's the host of the Fools community. I give him an interview here, okay? And we chopped it up. We had a great time, okay? And he's pretty deep in conspiracies too. But there was a couple of questions he didn't want to answer. And on there, I said, you hear that, Brandon? You hear that? He doesn't want to answer. I called your name out.
Really?
Yeah, I called your name out. Not to like battle him or nothing like that.
No, I understand.
But I was like, man, because I want to hear.
Right.
So I came up with this ROADIUM After Dark to come up with shit like this.
Okay.
So now, I got some questions. We're going to jump right into it.
Okay.
And these are questions that some people have submitted.
Okay.
So I took them, and I'm going to read them.
Awesome.
And then you tell me if you can somehow answer them. All right, let's go.
Okay.
I'll tell you when I'm done with the question. Question number 1. Is the government's ban of TikTok a starting plan to ban speech on every social media platform? I'm sure you heard that the government wants to ban TikTok.
Yes.
Okay. And it's the ban of TikTok a starting plan to ban speech on every social media platform. You care to comment on that?
It kind of it's more of a China thing. The TikTok thing is a China thing. And so they kind of, in my personal opinion, they try to dumb down the American kids via TikTok because the kids in China, they're not allowed to hop on TikTok the way that we're allowed
Absolutely.
to. Right? So I really want to tread lightly and be really mindful in regards to that question. But from what I understand is that it's more of a China thing. Okay. So they're trying to monitor that because China is trying to basically infiltrate our youth and trying to dumb us down.
You truly do believe that?
I do believe that, yes.
Okay, I believe that too.
Okay.
Now, the other day, I watch a lot of reels on Instagram. I watch a lot of funny shit. But the other day, I just started thinking, like, who has the time to do this shit? I'm not making fun of fat people, but this lady was just humongous. Okay, humongous. And she's cooking. Obviously, she set up her phone. A certain part of the song comes on. She walks around the kitchen, and then she starts, big old fat mama. And I sit there, and I'm like, okay. At first, I started laughing, but then I started thinking, okay, she knows she's huge.
Right.
She knows people are gonna laugh.
Right.
But why are you playing yourself like that for likes and views, for monetization? Is that where us as a society, is that where we're at now?
I believe so. Yes. Like they're just dumbing us down.
You can go in, bro.
So like even my wife, it's our wedding anniversary this Monday, 30 years. But my wife would
Congratulations, my brother.
Thank you, sir. So my wife would just go through reels and just I'm watching it and she's like boom, 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 boom. And I think in regards to the question about the overweight woman, with all due respect, yes, they're just dumbing us down. They want to. We could be speaking about things that are more in depth. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And things that have more substance.
Yes.
But this is what they reduce us to.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
What do you think China and these other countries, what do you think they think of us as Americans? Do you think they laugh at us?
I do. And they're infiltrating us. So when you look at, in my personal opinion, when you look at the southern border and you look at the border, people automatically just kind of like switch gears and think, they're just trying to bash on Mexicans or Salvadorians or people from South America. No. I mean, these people are like, there's Chinese people coming through. There's like...
Yes,
right?
there are.
Right? So it's like, and then, you want to be mindful and, and be nice about it. But at the same time, it's like, no, these people are infiltrating our society. And that's what I truly believe.
I've heard that they're buying a lot of land here. I don't know.
They are. Farmland.
Farmland.
Yes.
Why do you think that is? Where do you think they're going with that?
Just to control the food, just to control, you know what I mean, what it is in America. And that's a big issue right now, So, yeah, it's just to control and to get a gauge on us and to kind of just control everything.
Today I was looking through a reel and some fat little white kid, he's eating a raw jalapeno. Okay, he takes a bite, okay, and then he puts chamoy in it, and then he dips it in tajin, and then he takes ghost pepper, like hot salsa, and puts it on there, takes another bite, and then he sticks out his tongue, and just in front of his phone, then he does it again, chamoy, ghost pepper, tajin, and he eats it all. Then he sticks out his tongue, looks at the camera, and goes, "No reaction." Okay, and I'm like, okay, what the hell did I just watch?
Right.
So I'm just thinking, I know people think it's funny, but this is where our society is
right.
It's gone, bro.
Right. There's no substance.
There's no substance. Now, why do you think China controls their TikTok views on the kids over there?
Because they monitor that because they don't want their children to be dumbed down like ours. And that's how they're controlling us. You know what I mean? I mean, there's those little nuances. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like those little things. And then we're so busy, and for the most part, people are working and doing what they do. But those little nuances is what controls our children. You know what I mean? Like our society.
Do you think at what age, and I'm not trying to tell parents what to do, at what age do you think a child should have his own cell phone? Before you answer that, I'll let you chew on that one. My children didn't have any cell phones till they were in high school, possibly not till 12th grade, and they thought that was torture. The most they can have is an iPod with music. I remember my daughter thinks she was in 10th grade, and I said, okay, she told me she can text from her iPod if that was okay. And it was like this 20 long number, you know, and I said, if you can, I'll let you text, but that's it. So she goes, oh, thanks, Dad. Like that was like the biggest thing. But I didn't let them have a cell phone until they were like 11th, 12th grade. So let me ask you, as a husband, what do you think, what age should a child?
I would say, because it's just so like common, I would say between 12 and 14.
Okay. Now, me and you are from the era where if we were in school, elementary, junior high school, or high school, if we needed the phone, we just go into the office. I have to call my mom.
Right.
I have to call my dad or whoever.
Right.
You know, I'm feeling sick. I'm not feeling good. They need to pick me up. We survived that. I don't like it when kids, parents say, well, I need to know where my son is at. I need to know if my son is feeling sick. I need to know you know, I'm like, hey, generations before your son survived, your son or your daughter can survive.
We did.
You know, so I'm not saying or telling parents what to do. I just think that you're giving a child access to everything that's on here, bro. They're being exposed more than what we have ever had.
Right.
As a kid, my brother's watching. We were kids, and you know how we used to get turned on as a kid? We used to go to J.C. Penney's catalog lingerie section.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
or Victoria's Secret's catalog.
Yeah. Now we got that
on our fingertips.
Yes. It goes, ooh, look at that girl.
Right.
Ooh, look at that girl sent me a pic already.
Right. It's poisoning the minds of our youth.
That's the correct word, poisoning.
And I agree, and we have to monitor that without sounding like, you know what I mean, like too parental, but we have to be mindful of that.
Well, if we don't, then we don't love them.
Right.
You know, there was a saying that
we didn't have that access before.
Yeah, we didn't.
Like you said, it was a print magazine.
Yeah.
It was a print magazine. So
my father used to say, if I don't father you, the world will.
Right.
If your parents don't father you, this will.
Correct. Yeah.
You know, I have grandbabies. I walk them to the park pretty much daily. There's a park literally around the corner. We take peanuts. We feed the squirrels. You know, I teach them a little nature.
I just kind of got lost around it. Yeah. Yes.
And then we go play. No tablets, no cell phones. Nothing. I have them climb trees. We play soccer. I kick with them. I want them to know the outdoors.
Right.
Okay. Us, when we used to get home from school, I'm sure our parents said, go play outside.
Okay? Right. Well, we used to break dance and pop.
Yes.
And have the DJ equipment in the casita in the back, at least for me.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I had a brother that was 7 years older than me.
Okay.
He's no longer with us. But, yeah, he was 7 years older than me, and he had the DJ equipment. So he was in high school, and I was in 4th grade.
Yeah.
And I would just go, like, just sneak in the casita before
Yes.
you could and make my own little mixtapes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I believe that was healthy.
Yes. Now we just have video games and cell phones, and we want to go outside and play.
Right.
On top of us being the most obese country in the world.
Right.
You know, I mean, I really
wow,
want to.
You're dropping knowledge, big dog. Yes.
I really want to know, okay? For those of you that are married, okay, how many men are out there in shape where if somebody tries to break into your house, they file your wife and your children, if you can, you know, fight them off.
Defend yourself.
If you can defend yourself.
Without a gun.
Yes. How many men are actually in shape?
Not a lot.
Not too many, bro.
Not too many. Not too many.
And that's why I encourage people, take care of yourself. You know, whether you live with your wife or a girlfriend or your mother, got to always protect them, bro, because us men, we're the protectors.
Right. And I have 4 daughters, so I understand what you're saying. Yes.
Okay. All right. The next question that somebody submitted is a big one.
Okay.
Okay. And this is a very, very popular one because my boy Marvelous, if he's watching, he's been crucified because this is what he believes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And his name's Marvelous.
It is Marvelous. Yes.
Dope name.
I'm going to ask you a question. It's
Yes,
either
sir.
yes or no. Do you believe in a flat earth?
I do.
Okay. How long have you been believing in a flat earth?
In flat Earth for about 3 years.
Okay.
So it's called the geocentric model versus
us.
the heliocentric model. So the heliocentric model is we're on a rock and we're floating around the sun.
Yeah.
The geocentric model is like we're just on a flat plane, not moving, and that's basically the gist of it.
Okay. What was it about it? What did you hear, or what did they tell you, or whoever taught you this or shared with you this that truly convinced you? Like, okay, I believe now that globe is a lie. You know, I don't believe in this anymore. You know,
I know.
You know, I don't believe in this anymore.
Right? No, I understand. So it's called the firmament.
Okay, he
It's
talks
called
about
the firmament.
Okay,
And it's biblical. So that's where we kind of get into a gray area because I feel like a lot of the things in the Bible that are supposed to be interpreted a certain way aren't. And so in the Bible, things that are supposed to be interpreted literally are not being interpreted literally. And then things that are supposed to be interpreted in an allegory type of way aren't being interpreted in that type of way. So it goes back to, for me personally, because I went to Christian school from kindergarten to 12th grade.
Okay.
And so with that being said, it's the firmament. It's the firmament. So it was, oh, snap. Like, the Bible really says this. You want to go even deeper?
Just go, man. Just go.
The Bible says that there's water above us, and you know, and the gentleman that actually was a rocket scientist. On his tombstone, he quoted Psalms, and it was a scripture by David, and it stated that the firmament. So basically, so it was kind of like a ha ha ha, like it was this laugh out as he died. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what it was for me in that particular scenario.
Okay. Now here's the question. Since I asked you, do you believe in a flat Earth? So the question is, if the Earth is flat, does that mean we were placed here with a purpose? So does that destroy evolution?
It does. It does. Yes, we have a creator, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
We do have a creator.
So you do believe in intelligent design?
I do. And there's a creator. I believe there's a creator. I like to refer to him as divine presence.
Okay.
Some people refer to him as God. I don't, because God is just dog backwards, which is the dog star Sirius, which is an old Egyptian god. But I like to refer to him as the divine presence.
Wow. So that destroys the theory of the Big Bang.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't believe in evolution. No.
I don't have enough faith to be an atheist, and I don't have enough faith to believe in evolution.
That's an honest perspective.
You know, because, okay, look, they're saying something crawled out of the water, you know, whatever it was.
Right. Darwinism.
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, whatever crawled up out of the water, to live in water, it had to have gills. To live out of the water, it had to have lungs. Mm-hmm. So if it didn't have lungs, it only had gills, it would have died.
Right.
If it would have had lungs, it couldn't have been in the water.
Right.
Okay, some people say maybe he had both. But now, this is what I get a lot from Darwinists, okay? Mm-hmm. Maybe, could have.
And it goes back to, what's the name of the island? The Galapagos Islands.
There you go.
Correct. Okay.
A lot of them, when you ask them questions, they never give you a yes or a no. It's always maybe, could have, I don't know.
Right.
It could have,
Right.
maybe.
Right.
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
And you never get an answer from them.
Oh, it's so awesome. Yes.
You know, so okay, so and then what was it that came out? Say you did have gills and lungs. Was it male or female? Because if it was a male, how is it going to reproduce? If it's a female, how is it going to reproduce? And then they tell me, well, maybe it had both. What is it, screw itself?
Right.
I didn't. I just don't. And then every time they can't explain something, they just add another zero. Well, billions and billions and billions and billions of years ago.
And yeah, and I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true either.
It's not billions of years or thousands of years old.
I on that part, I believe exactly the same.
You know, I was walking in the office the other day, and I heard this young intern of ours say, humanity is just a plague on the earth. And I had to like step back. Did I just hear you correctly? He said, yeah. So that's what they're teaching our youth, is that humanity is a plague upon the earth. And I really don't believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't. I mean,
Right. Wow. So that means if this is a flat Earth, there is an intelligent designer that put us here.
and it's called the firmament, yes. And it's the creator, our creator.
Wow.
Some people call him God.
Yeah.
Some people call him. I refer to him as the Father or the Creator,
You know,
or divine presence.
I believe it's a scientist. The guy who wrote The God Delusion. I'm trying to remember his name. Richard Dawkins. Are you familiar with Richard Dawkins? He wrote a book called the God Delusion. I just said it. Okay. He's a scientist along with Stephen Hawking. Those guys are supposedly great minds.
Right.
And I'm sure they are. Okay.
Right.
But these guys, look, here's my thing. If there is no God, and I'll just say for the sake of the conversation and for the sake of our...
For conversation's
Yes.
sake, yeah.
Okay, if there is no God, why do you spend so much energy fighting him?
Right.
You know, I don't understand. And I'm going to say this too, okay? If you don't believe, you know, if the Bible's a lie, let's just say it is.
Okay.
If the Bible's a lie, why are you mad?
Right. I love that we're having this conversation. Yes, it's
I just don't understand.
I love that you're thinking along those lines, though. It's just like let's just have a healthy conversation about it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like we
yes.
don't have to draw definitives or whatever. We can just think out loud, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Go for it.
Can I ask him real quick? Okay, so do you believe that there's more that there's an ice wall? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and do you believe
Yes, big
that
dog.
there's-
Yes, it's a circle around.
Can you elaborate a little bit after he's done with his question?
And if so, right? Do you believe that there's more more territory past that?
Yes. Yes. So the answer is yes and yes. So what he was asking, so basically what we perceive to be Antarctica is not really the true interpretation. So it's like we have this big ice wall that surrounds us. But then if you go on the other side of the ice wall, there's more land with greenery and lakes and everything.
Really?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Have you ever researched it if anybody's ever been there?
Yes. Yes. There's a great documentary called What on Earth Just Happened.
Okay.
And it's a 12-part series on YouTube. So I encourage anybody, like if you just want to like entertain, you don't have to believe it.
Right. Just
You know?
watch it if you want.
Just watch it.
You're doing
just
research.
watch it. Do your own research, you know, because that's what it's all about. We have all this technology these days. And so just like research it and just take and consume what they're sharing with you, and then you draw your own conclusions. It's really, really fascinating. It's really interesting stuff. Yes.
Okay, now let me answer this. Okay. Because some people say, the earth is round, the earth is flat, the earth is round, the earth is flat. Okay.
It's more like a snow globe, if you will.
Okay, so it's not like a pizza round and flat.
No.
Okay. Okay. Is it wrong to believe in the round Earth?
In a globe?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
This right here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Not accurate. Not accurate at all.
Okay.
Not
Now,
accurate
I
at
will
all.
tell you this because I know you fly a lot too. When I fly, the first thing that, and I should be doing this, I should be recording them because I always ask the pilot question. I have to ask you one question. He goes, "What's that?" I go, "Is the Earth round or flat?" And he goes, "Don't believe it. It's round." That all of them have told me that. All the pilots.
So if you watch What on Earth Just Happened,
Yeah.
they do question. They go into the cockpit of the pilots and they say it's flat.
Okay.
So there's something that to contradict what you just shared. I'm not saying that you're wrong, and I'm not saying that I'm right, but there's other information out there that contradicts what you just shared.
Okay. Now, if the Earth is flat, why has that been hidden from us? Like, why make it a mystery almost?
Because look how much money they launder, like through NASA and all this secret space programs and all this stuff. It's all just money laundering. These people are not looking out for our best interest. The government is not looking out for our best interest. The government is looking just to feed off us and sponge off us. You know what I mean? That's the best way I can put it and compartmentalize it for the most part.
Right.
Without getting too deep.
Okay. If you know, you answered that pretty well. I like your answers. I like our conversation. Let's roll. Go ahead.
Okay. One more question then about that. So you don't believe that any country at all has ever passed the firmament?
No.
So nobody's been to the moon.
No.
So you believe that satellites and stuff like that are just being held up by balloons and stuff?
It's all BS, yes. Have you seen, so as a result of technology and what have you, these amateur rocket scientists, they launch rockets up and they hit the top of the dome, Tony, eh? I'm telling you. You can, oh man, I should pull it up. But yes, they launch the rocket and it hits the top of the dome. And then it just spins around. These amateur rocket scientists, because as a result of us just being, we have this technology, we have YouTube, we have all this stuff, and these amateur rocket scientists launch rockets up in the air and it hits the top of the dome.
Wow.
And there's, I'll send you the link, and you can maybe possibly add the link to this podcast after we're done.
Okay. Wow.
It's amazing, fascinating stuff. And, we can all just draw our own conclusions. You know what I mean?
Right.
We use our mind, and we're all given.
There's a lot of things that you say that sound very familiar compared to what one of my co-hosts, Marvelous, believes. Everybody, believe it or not, and I'm just going to say, everybody thinks he's cuckoo because he sounds just like you. You sound just like him.
I sound like a kook. I do.
A lot of people would think that.
I do. I wanted to bring my wife with me just to because she's been with me for 30 years and I love her to death, but she supports all my research and what I'm, what I'm suggesting.
Right.
I'm not asking people to believe what
he says
I'm
the same
proposing.
thing. Do your own research.
Do your own research, and I just think for yourself and draw your own conclusions.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Third question that people submitted was this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We know more about outer space than we do our oceans. Is that because the government is hiding the fact that interdimensional beings, in other words, aliens, live in our oceans and not in outer space? If you want me to repeat it again, let me know.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Okay. We know more about outer space than we do our oceans. Is that because the government is hiding the fact that interdimensional beings, in other words, aliens, live in our oceans and not in outer space?
So who says we know more about outer space?
I guess the so-called scientists.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And when you go the other side down, we don't know a lot about.
We don't.
The short answer is everything that we know about up above is all based on BS science, in my personal opinion.
Okay,
So when we go down into the ocean, we know less.
do you believe in interdimensional beings, aliens?
No. If we're gonna base anything on interdimensional beings, it would be most likely on fallen angels, and then we get into the whole reptilians conversation. And kind of lately, I'm not believing any of it. So I know interdimensional beings is a popular topic, and as it pertains to fallen angels.
Yeah.
And even if you watch that movie on Netflix, it's called Noah, and they have this really interesting interpretation
Where
of
Russell
the fallen, of the fallen angels, right? They have them like stone type of beings, right? And then they bring up Cain, and they bring up Tubal Cain.
Tubal Cain, yeah.
Tubal Cain. So the way that movie depicts things is that Tubal Cain made it on the ark and was able to pass the flood.
Right.
So, Tubal Cain. So, now we get into Freemasonry and things
Just
like that.
go. Take us.
We get into Freemasonry. So it's Tubal Cain. So when you see the cane with the two balls, that represents Tubal Cain.
Okay.
So 2 balls and a cane. But now we're getting into something. We're getting into 33-degree Freemasons, and we're getting into some deep stuff. And we can get into that all day.
Let's go, man.
Oh, my God.
That's what I brought you here for.
Okay.
Come on, Brando.
Yeah. So 33-degree Masons basically acknowledge Lucifer.
Yes, they do.
So when you acknowledge Lucifer, Lucifer, the name in and of itself just means light bearer.
Yeah.
So I'm at a crossroads personally myself. Like, because again, I was raised in Christian school. I went to Christian school from K through 12. So there was Lucifer, and then Satan was an agent of Lucifer, and then we had Jehovah, and then we have all the other stuff. But I'm at a point where so when these people throw up signs like this, so everything has an esoteric and an exoteric meaning. So this right here means okay, the exoteric meaning. But
Okay.
But the esoteric meaning is 666. When they go like this, you know what I mean? That's the Eye of Horus. When they go like this, that means rock on, or the exoteric meaning means rock on, but the esoteric meaning means the horns of Baphomet. Okay, so we get in, and we delve into a bunch of stuff. Again, there's an exoteric meaning and an esoteric meaning, and that's when we start diving into the occult. And most people would say, "Oh, the occult. Oh, that means like Satanism or Lucifer or Luciferianism." No, it doesn't. Occult simply means hidden. That's all that it means. Hidden. So these people that have the advantage over us have this knowledge, and they're hiding it from us. So they basically have the upper hand. And that's a whole other topic and a whole other podcast, to be quite honest with you. But I don't really feel that it means evil. It doesn't mean evil. They just have this knowledge, and they're keeping it from us. And as a result of them keeping this knowledge from us, they have the upper hand, if that makes sense.
Okay. Now, you see a lot of celebrities, whether they're artists, musicians, whatever, do a lot of this stuff. Okay. Is that the 666 for them or?
Right.
Okay.
And the 666 is so now you got to go into and delve into how can I put this? You have to delve into numerology or situations like that. So 666 just basically means base consciousness. So we have chakras. So your chakra that's over your nutsack or your sexual organ if you're a female.
Yeah, speak a little bit closer to the mic. Yes.
So your chakra, your base chakra, is like the most basic chakra that you have. So the thing is, what you're trying to do is raise it up from your base chakra all the way to the crown chakra. Okay. So when you're just vibrating on your base chakra, that's the most basic root chakra that there is. And that's where the 666 comes from. So people think like, oh, it's Satanism, it's Luciferian. No, it's occultism, and occult simply means hidden. And this is the knowledge that they keep hidden from us. So it's just your most basic chakra.
How do you raise it?
Through meditation.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good thing?
It is. It is. And it is a good thing. It goes against all that we've been taught as far as religion is concerned. But no, I think it's nothing but good. Yeah, you have to raise your, it's called the Kundalini.
Okay.
It's the snake
The Kundalini,
that rises from your base chakra all the way to your crown chakra.
Wow.
Without getting too deep. Yeah.
Try to go deep. That's what she said last night.
Yeah. You don't want to vibrate on your base chakra. And that's what we do for the most part. And that's with these people. And that's why they do this shit and whatever. They're kind of mocking us. So when they do this too, shh, it's hidden. You know what I mean? That's the Eye of Horus. That's, again, exoterically, that means...
So they're not trying to hide it when they do this?
No.
It's almost like a tease?
They're mocking us.
Oh.
They're mocking us to our face.
Because I was always thinking, if it's a secret society, why are you doing this? Well, you're telling us where you're from.
Right. No, they're mocking us.
Okay.
Because we don't know.
Okay, you know what?
As a society, for the most part.
Okay. This was not part of the question, but I might add this to it.
Mm-hmm.
Since you talked about, this and this and this and whatever else, or this, does any of that have to do with anything with and raising your chakra with Bohemian Grove?
Bohemian Grove is just, that's where the elite go. And they have these...
Who would be the elite? Who would be the elite?
Anybody, I would say, that makes more than $20 million and above.
Okay.
You're not allowed to have that type of money and influence unless you're part of the club. So let's just call it the club.
The club.
And the person that put me up on game was Professor Griff from Public Enemy.
Professor Griff?
Correct, yes. Look up Professor Griff.
Okay.
So now we're getting into ritual sacrifices and stuff.
Okay,
so that's what we're talking about, Bohemian Grove. Like, in order for you to get in the club, you have to make, they call it a blood sacrifice or a solstice sacrifice.
Can you explain both?
So a blood sacrifice is when you have to sacrifice somebody that you love in order to get into the club. So Kanye West sacrificed his mama.
He admitted that. He said, my mom was a sacrifice.
Right.
Now, whether he meant like he did it or somebody did it.
You don't have to physically do it yourself, but you have to get permission for it to happen. What's the other girl? And I wanted to write it down because I knew this topic was going to come up. Homegirl.
Taylor Swift?
No.
Doja Cat?
No. The African American lady, and then she ended up doing a bunch of musicals and stuff like that. she sacrificed her whole damn family. And that's how you get in, like, because she's in the $50 million plus club.
Fuck.
Definitely, yeah.
You don't remember her name?
Hold on.
Okay. Damn. Alex, you ever heard of that?
And the solstice sacrifice, that comes as a result of sun god worship.
Okay.
So now we're getting into a whole nother situation. What's the girl's name?
Okay, does she have hit songs? Obviously, she must have.
And she's from Chicago.
She's from Chicago.
And hold on.
You're not talking about like no. Alicia Keys is not from Chicago.
No. But all those people, you don't get that kind of money and that kind of influence unless you're sacrificing.
Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
No. And then my wife knew it too. Hold on.
It's okay. It'll come.
It'll come. She was in the movie with Beyonce and stuff.
Do you remember that movie? What movie was it? He'll look it up.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, let me see. Can you think of her, Alex?
It's gonna come to me right now.
And supposedly she sacrificed her whole
family. Like she even killed nephews. Like she even had nephews sacrificed.
Damn.
Yes.
And what, just to climb the ladder?
Correct. Yes. And that's the way that it works. So you're not allowed to have that money and influence unless it's kind of like the mafia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to make the sacrifice. And it can't be just any Joe Schmo. Unlike gang members. Like gang members be like,
it's got to be somebody you love.
You have to love them.
Bro, I'm gonna share something with you that I never shared. I've had dreams, just dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is gonna shock, and I'm not making this up when I'm saying this.
Okay.
Throughout the years, with the last 3 years, I've had dreams that people have asked me, you want to climb the ropes? You want to get up here? Yeah. And I take my son with me everywhere, but they told me he has to go. Those were in my dreams.
Dreams.
Now, earlier this year, it was my last dream, same thing. And you know who it was that offered me that deal?
Who?
As weird as it may sound, bro.
Uh-huh.
Puffy. The dream was that we were in New York, we went to a very, very high building, and then we went on top of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And Puff told me, look, and in my dream, I knew that he knew I was afraid of heights because I am.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, stand right there at the corner and look down.
Mm-hmm.
And I did, and I was like, I got like anxiety, and I don't get anxiety, but I do. And then he asked my son, go and, stand right there. And my son looked, and he pushed him. And I pushed his ass back. I pushed him too.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And look, ultimately, I don't give a shit about money, and money does not impress me.
Right.
Popularity does not fucking impress me.
Right.
Okay? I love my family.
With money comes influence, though.
Yes.
And that's what we have to understand.
Absolutely.
And that's
yes.
Because with that money comes influence. So when you join the club, you're going all in. You know what I mean? And you're willing to. God damn it!
Is that a form of selling your soul? Is that pretty much what it is?
Yeah, that's selling your soul. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. You're selling your soul. You're selling out.
Wow.
You're selling out.
Okay, since we're on that topic, I have to ask you, and we're talking about artists. I have to ask you this question, and I'm being honest in front of the audience, because I like to ask questions that most people will not ask on any other podcast, because they want to they're walking on eggshells with certain people. I don't care.
Right.
I can end this podcast tomorrow and not give a shit and go
we're
get a
broke.
job.
We don't give a shit. Yeah.
I can go work at the library.
Right.
Okay, people don't get killed at the library.
Right, Alex?
Okay, why do these guys, these celebrities, whether you're an actor, whether you're a musician, whether you're a singer, whether you're a rapper, as soon as they blow up, they go gay?
Because they have to give up ass. That's what they do.
That's
look
it?
at Will Smith. Yeah, look at Will Smith. Look at Quincy Jones. Remember Tupac said that Quincy Jones tried to, and then he got murked. Yeah.
Okay, now, why doesn't it work like this? Okay, Brando, you're blowing up. You're gonna have 20 hits by next year, but you're gonna have to bone at least. I know you're married. 30 girls a month. You know, one per day.
They wouldn't make it that easy. It would be like
Yeah, that's
30,
what I'm saying. Like
30
what-
dudes a month.
Like, why can't it be
'Cause I'm a
girls?
heterosexual.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Why can't it be girls? Like, it's always a dude.
Right.
You got to go pump his cheeks.
Right.
You know, like, bro, have you heard that audio of supposedly P. Diddy with fucking Meek Mill?
Mm-hmm.
You think that's real?
And I've been saying the stuff about Puff Daddy and all that stuff. I've been saying that for like, so the kind of the spiel is, it takes what I say like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, it takes that long for it to come into fruition. Like,
Wow.
it's just,
So P. Diddy was straight booty buster for a long time.
yes.
God, bro. Yeah,
And it goes back to fraternities. Like, now we're getting into a whole nother Omega Sci-Fi and the Divine Nine. Are you familiar with the
No,
Divine?
school me.
No, so it's all about fraternities and sororities. That's where they get you in the beginning. And then that's when you start networking and building those relationships. And it all goes back to just sun god worship and Egyptian sun god worship.
Jerry Heller told me one day we had dinner, and he told me, if you want to be a thousandaire, stay right here. But if you want to be a millionaire, he goes, you're going to run into those child molesters. You're going to run into those rapists.
Right.
And
Pedophiles.
I was like,
pedophiles.
Really? And
Pedophiles.
Yes. And he called it the gay mafia.
Uh-huh.
Now, Fat Joe did an interview a couple of years back, and he said, there is a gay mafia.
There is.
And I'm like, bro.
Bananas.
Yes. Like,
You're a Mexican American. Who would ever think of that stuff?
I know.
Right?
I know. I mean, look it. Here's the bad rumors that I've ever heard of Jack Nicholson. I don't think they're bad. You know,
He's a pedophile.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, I didn't even know that. I never even heard
He's a
that.
pedophile.
Okay, here's what I heard of Jack Nicholson. This was maybe like in early 2000s. That this guy has fucked everybody in Hollywood talking about women, and I was like, well, good for him. He
Right.
likes women. Okay,
But no.
See,
it's
I didn't know that
deeper
part.
than that.
I didn't know that, and I was thinking, okay, he likes women. That's
He
a good
fucks
rumor.
Boys.
Okay. But now when you start, okay, this guy likes kids. This guy likes men. And I'm like, bro, why does it have to go there as soon as you blow up?
Because that's your entrance. That's your entrance fee.
Is there something sacred about some dude's ass for you to get in? Like, or is that just more of a humiliation type of deal?
It's just like a humiliation ritual.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
I have a question about
Alex, yes, sir.
that. All right, so I got a question about that, which is actually...
You seem intrigued, and I don't think you're really like knocking what we're saying. I think you're kind of just like engaging in what we're saying. But go ahead, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, what I was going to say is that, okay,
What's that girl's name?
do they okay, the whole point of that sacrifice or whatever is to make you do something you don't want to do? Okay, so what... So,
Well, not something that you don't want to do, something that you're willing to do to join the club.
okay,
Yeah.
So like even like,
so if they...
I hate saying this, but
So
like
if
even
they're-
Pharrell Williams, I worked with him. And he was a great dude, but
Put the
he,
camera on him, don't get up.
he sacrificed his grandma.
For real?
Yes. He sacrificed his grandma. If you look at anybody that has any type of social status, or you know what I mean, like has excelled as an artist, there's always a death related to their situation.
Okay, so my question is, so let's say it's somebody that's gay, and then on top of that, like he don't have really family that gives a fuck about him, and he don't love nobody. So would he just get in, or what would happen? They would make him do something he doesn't want to do, or you know,
You have to sacrifice somebody that you love.
Okay.
yeah, okay.
That's basically it. That's the blood
Or
sacrifice. And
anybody.
then there's solstice sacrifices. But the blood and Professor Griff has a great video about it. He talks a gang of stuff
Yeah,
about
no, he does. A lot of people think he's crazy, but he's not
it.
crazy.
He's not crazy.
Professor Grip from Public Enemy, guys.
Yes.
Now, what if a guy wants to join, but he's already gay?
Then it wouldn't be no problem. No, but I mean, no, he'd have to do something outrageous, like something outside of his parameters.
Now you're going to have to bone a girl.
Something.
You know what I'm saying?
Something.
Oh, no.
What's that girl's name? She's huge, and
It's not that fat black girl, right? The one
Yeah.
that bone all her dancers?
What's
It's
that,
not her,
brother?
right?
So like Damien Dash, he sacrificed Aaliyah. I lost a friend in that plane crash. I had a friend named Douglas Kratz when I worked for Virgin Records, and I lost him in the plane crash.
You think that Aaliyah was a sacrifice?
Aaliyah was definitely a sacrifice. Damien Dash sacrificed Aaliyah. You have to sacrifice someone that you love, someone that's important.
Do you think R. Kelly knew? Because he was with her, you know.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think R. Kelly knew.
Do you think R. Kelly was part of the club? Because he
Definitely part of the club. But why he got punished and like, you know what I mean? Because that's the thing. You usually get a pass.
Right, you get a pass.
But why they called him out and abused him and, you know, put him out publicly, I
Do you think they're doing that to Puff right now?
Yes.
What happened? He didn't pay his
humiliation ritual.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
He didn't pay his Illuminati bill or what?
Something. Yeah, there's something. There's something going on. But who's the girl?
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think Puffy can come back from this?
No.
Do you think he's pretty much it's a wrap?
I think that everything is just coming out because of technology and people learning, and I think things are just coming out into the open.
Do you think that maybe it's because he pissed off the guy that you know how he did the Batman thing? Like he did like a whole little Batman thing, and they told him.
What's his name?
Is it Jennifer Hudson?
Yes.
There you go.
Jennifer Hudson. She sacrificed her nephews, her.
Can you put up a picture if you can find a picture? Jennifer Hudson. Wow.
Yes. And look, and then she blew up tens of millions of dollars. That girl. So anytime there's a death related, these people blow up and make millions of dollars. I kid you not.
Fuck. Okay.
Jennifer Hudson, yes, that's the answer I was looking for. Did someone text you that or something? Or
yes.
Yep.
Okay, but I want to show something because this was our early Father's Day gift.
Mm-hmm.
This was adult one, you guys. Look at this, Alex.
I think that's my car.
I don't think it's called El Cielo Patron. I'm about to open this up. El Cielo Patron, and it comes in this beautiful box. So, I don't know. You want a shot or no?
I'll take them with you.
Okay. So this is and this is no sacrifice or nothing.
Right, no, I know. But Jennifer Hudson, yes, you called it right on the nose.
But no, wasn't she an American Idol girl?
Yeah.
Wow.
So she came up from the bottom, but
but wasn't that good enough just to be on an American Idol? Or she just got greedy and wanted more?
She wanted more. And then look, she got all those movies after.
So, okay, do you think people like that, man, are... Okay, you know when somebody gets intoxicated, okay? In other words, it consumes them.
Mm-hmm.
So she allowed this to consume her.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, bro.
She made a sacrifice with people that were close to her. Look at Jay-Z.
Wow.
His nephew died. Like, there's a bunch of just stuff all around him. They're always dying.
Fuck, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you what. If Alex ever ends up missing, you guys already know that.
Alex will never go.
You guys will go.
Alex is a good cat.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I don't got that kind of love. Tony.
Oh.
Nobody loves me that much.
I love Alex. He's got to go.
But Alex is asking really good questions, and I'm really like, I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay, let me put this right here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but Jennifer Hudson. Who else? I mean, like, look at all of them.
Fuck. Okay. So Bohemian Girl, what goes on over there, bro?
So that's up north,
Right.
and it's just,
By the way, the early.
So what they do
Right here,
is
bro.
that they
Happy Father's Day, bro.
Happy Father's Day, sir. They worship Malak.
Okay.
And
For people that may not know who Malak or
it's
Moloch
just-
is.
Yeah, that's what the ancient Canaanites used to. They sacrifice babies to Malak.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's what. Yes, they sacrifice babies to Malak.
Why'd you laugh? You're hiding something.
No, I'm just.
Are you part of the cult? You're hiding it?
No, I'm not. No, dog. No. I hate the cult. I want to like bring fucking attention to all of this stuff.
Okay, one more thing, okay? Because I had a discussion with one of our team members,
Yeah.
and he said, "Well, if the Earth was flat, how would it change your life?" And then
You don't want to know why?
Okay, yes, no, yes.
Because then you would know that the Creator or God is just right there. There's no millions of light years. There's no
Right.
astral plane. There's none of this stuff. He's just right there.
Okay.
And you want to know the more trippier part about it?
Tell me.
There's water on top of us.
I believe that.
SpongeBob SquarePants. They always hint to us in cartoons. Tony.
Really?
We have water above us.
Wow.
That was the hardest part for me to wrap my head around the whole firmament situation.
Right.
And then once I accepted it, I was like, oh.
Makes sense to you, right? Okay. All right. So
We have water above us, bro. Like and it says it. So again, like, I don't want to like reference the Bible all the time, but there's truth in the Bible.
there is. I've said passages of the script. People, this is not a Bible study. Then don't listen, okay? Because, bro, there's archaeological artifacts that prove that the Bible is true, bro. At least that's in my opinion.
So there is.
There is. Some people just get mad because
And then some people are just anti-God or whatever, and I understand that.
Yeah.
I do, because there is they blur the lines,
Of
you
course.
know what I mean? But
Yeah.
so like even the word God
Right.
is it's messed up, because that's just the dog star Sirius. So God is just dog spelled backwards, which is Sirius. And you look at Sirius XM. What's the logo for Sirius XM? A dog.
that's actually pretty good. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna move on to my next question. I may come back to Bohemian Grove. to
Yeah,
the
we can
sacrifice.
come back to Bohemian Grove. No, there's a lot of like funky stuff that goes on.
Okay,
I'm trying not to curse and like just
No, you
being
can curse. I don't
respectful.
give a fuck because our audience. This is mature content. That's why it's called After Dark. After
Okay.
Dark.
Okay.
Okay. My fourth question, that somebody said this, and I'm gonna be honest too, Brando. I've always had dreams of this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that the government will plan a alien invasion, or should I say a fake
Yes.
alien invasion?
Yes.
Okay. Let me tell you about my dream. Every time I dreamt them, I always felt that they're gonna come out of the ocean, out of the water. That's just my dreams. I'm not saying that my dreams are Bible, and you have to believe them.
Right.
Those are just my dreams, but I do
Right.
believe that there is going to be a orchestrated invasion to strike fear in us. Now, if you believe that, why do you believe that, and why do you think they would do that?
To create a one world government, to create like, oh, we're all being, you know what I mean?
Attacked, invaded, we need
Attacked,
protection.
invaded by the same alien invasion. So then we can all just gather together in a one world effort in order to fight this alien invasion.
So it's meant to create deception so
Correct.
that we can come together.
Right, and that's why they don't want you to know about flat Earth, etc. There was Operation. There's a bunch of operations. Like if you just did like a simple like search, and I wish I would have come more prepared. I apologize. They've tried to like shoot up atomic bombs up and to break the firmament, and they couldn't. They couldn't do it.
Wow.
Hold on, let me see.
Okay.
Operation.
By the way, you guys, this Cielo is actually really good.
It is.
Now, I'm going to tell you guys this. You go to Bevmo or you go to any liquor store, you know how much they have this bottle for? $125 and up.
So the thing about
I'll come back to that.
Jesus and and all that, it's called Operation Bluebeam. They have the technology where they can make it look like Jesus is coming
back.
from, and it will fool everybody.
And if they could do that, they could do a fake alien invasion as well.
Right.
Okay.
That's my
Let me
point.
get back to this really quick. This is about 125 and up. You know what? They actually got it on sale right now at Food for Less for $79.
Really?
It's actually good. So, anyways, so go to Food for Less at there. We must.
But the operation. That's why I was trying to like take notes, so I can come prepared.
It's all good.
But we're just talking. We're
Okay.
spitting game.
So you do believe to form a one world government. Now, say we form the one world government. Do you believe that there will be a man that will arise named the Antichrist, the Anti-Messiah? Do you believe that there will be a ruler for the whole world? Or do you believe that it will just be just the government?
I believe there'll be a man that they place into position.
Now, here's an important question, and I really want you to chew on this before you actually answer.
Okay.
Do you believe, and then I'll give you my answer afterwards, that this man will take center stage in our lifetime?
Yes.
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 And I think we're very, very fucking close, bro.
Operation Fishbowl. That's what the thing was when they try to blow a hole through the firmament. Okay, it comes up right there. Operation Fishbowl
Look that up, you guys. Operation Fishbowl. It's right there. It's public knowledge. You guys can look it up.
was a series of high-altitude nuclear tests in 1962 that were carried out by the United States as a part of Operation Dominic nuclear test program. They tried to blow a hole through the firmament, and they couldn't do it. It's like a gel. And that's, if you watch what on earth just happened. So again, it looks like, so did you hear how Trump told homeboy rockets that go nowhere?
No.
Yeah, he said rockets that go nowhere. Elon Musk. He said, "Oh, Elon Musk with his rockets that go nowhere, because they don't go anywhere. They just freaking on the eclipse. On, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Like boom."
Do you think Trump's a flat earther?
He is.
Are you going to vote for Trump?
Yes.
I'm going to vote for Trump.
Yes.
Now, let me tell you something.
Mexicans are jumping up on board
So-
because it's all about the economy.
So we're blacks.
We want-
The black community has really jumped on board as well.
Yes.
Now, if he doesn't win.
And I was hesitant about bringing him up, but let's speak truth. You know what I mean? Like,
if he doesn't win, and let's just say this idiot,
there'll be a civil war.
that's what I'm.
There'll be a civil war. If they cheat like they did in 2020,
That's
there'll be a
what,
civil
that was
war.
one of my next questions. Do
There'll
you
be a
believe that
civil-
that shit was rigged?
yes. I was even going to wear my hat that showed the the thing.
Well, I was gonna say I think that they might. It depends on who ends up being the final candidates and who he loses to, because let's say he does lose to Biden, then we already
There's going to be a civil war, Alex.
But if
because they're going to know they cheated.
okay,
They're gonna know.
Because it's from the mail-in ballots.
But sometimes at the end of coming towards the last few months, people start popping up, out of nowhere.
So what I think is that I think they're going to pull Biden and they're going to try to throw Michelle Obama in there.
That's what I was thinking if Michael was
But she
going to
has
win.
a cock.
Yeah, Michael.
Michael Yvonne Robinson. That's his real name. He has a cock.
So is
You saw it on the Allen show.
is Obama gay then?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay, you know who put it? You know who put him out there like that? Joan Rivers, and after that she
And
died.
then she died. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, big dog.
Look, when you guys get a chance, look up Joan Rivers exposes Obama. He actually says we had
Right
our first.
before she went to like a regular plastic surgery type of situation, and then she died.
And she died. She pretty. If you guys have not,
after she spouted off about
Yes.
Obama, she's like, "We already have the first president that's gay. It's Obama."
yeah, and then she said something like Michelle's a man or some shit like yeah.
Yes, sir.
Fuck.
Alex is laughing because he knows.
Okay,
That's
but now-
why I love this dude already. That's your producer.
Yes. Now let's just say that Michael/Michelle
And
runs.
you know what? And just everyone just kind of accept me for who I am. I'm just a regular Joe Schmo, but I love everyone, and I'm just trying to spread truth. That's all I'm trying to do.
Now let's just say that Michael/Michelle runs.
Michael Yvonne Robinson.
Yes.
yeah.
Let's just say he runs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he. I'm sorry. I don't think the black community or the Latino community are going to vote for this
Nope.
person. They're
Nope.
not. They're not,
Nope.
bro.
Nope.
Right? Trump is the only guy the only president that I've ever seen that has fucking balls and has the balls to talk to other world leaders, bro.
And Chicanos will vote for a Fallon.
Yes, bro. Yes, they'll vote for a
vote
fucking
for a
felon.
I'm a felon. You know
because
what I
the
mean?
way he talks to other world leaders, bro, they're scared. They're scared of that guy, bro.
Right.
They're scared of that guy.
I know.
And look,
And I love that you just acknowledge that. Like, it makes me feel like so warm and fuzzy, dog. Like
It's probably the tequila.
maybe, possibly. Oh no! But I love it because we're talking real talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And have you
Talking flat Earth. We're talking all kinds of stuff.
did you see when he showed up to the last UFC fight? Was it last week or the week before? At first they were yelling, "Fuck Joe Biden,"
And let's go, Brandon. Yeah.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they started Trump. Bro, it's like, you know.
That's the way he pushes back.
Yeah.
So even though like the judge threw a gag order on him from
Right.
that last trial that he had, he goes to the UFC fights or whatever, and boom, that's the way he pushes back. It's genius.
Yeah.
It's genius.
I like one time they had a.
I love that dude.
He had an interview one time where somebody, he goes, you know, he was no longer in office, so Trump, and they asked him about Putin. He goes, you know, Putin, he uses the N-word. With me, when I was in office, he never used the N-word. The N-word is nasty. You don't use the N-word. And then the guy goes,
So ask me what I think about Ukraine.
okay, I will right now.
Okay.
But that guy goes, what's the N-word? He goes, nuclear. You don't use the N-word.
Right.
So, okay,
Ukraine.
fucking Michael Myers hair, Biden,
Azov Battalion.
he's over there fucking making it rain in Ukraine. What do you think about Ukraine?
I think Ukraine is bullcrap. Zelensky is just draining our pockets, and Biden's getting kicked back from all the money that we're kicking off to him. Azov Battalion, they're Nazis. They're Nazis. So, you know, in one instance, they're like, oh, Trump, he's a Nazi. No, but we're giving money to a bunch of Nazis.
Yeah.
And that's the,
And Biden knows this.
Right.
So is he just trying to break the U.S. economy?
yeah. Yeah. He's just milking it for what it is.
So,
He really is.
okay. Oh, no. Look, that motherfucker knows damn well he's going to lose. He knows. Okay. When he loses, he wants the U.S. in a fucking hole so when Trump steps in.
Right.
That's what he wants.
Right.
Meanwhile, he goes and relaxes for the next 2 years before he croaks, and he has millions, and he's got his family, set. I know there was even a part where he even mocked the Bible that Trump was selling.
Yeah, I don't like that Trump did that.
Yeah,
But
I know he put what the Constitution, and then he the Bible.
yeah, it had the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence.
Now, the only reason why I'm not going to say I approve or disapprove, I'm kind of like in the fence, is because, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, this country was built not on perfect men, but on biblical principles. So that's why I kind of think he kind of just put it together. Not that he mixed scripture with that,
Right.
but it's almost like the
That's
Catholic
popular
Bible.
thought, though, and like people support that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like the
they
Catholic
call
Bible.
it Judeo-Christian values.
Yes.
That's kind of like a contradiction in and of itself, because if you want to talk about Judeo, then we talk about the Talmud.
The Talmud, yeah.
The Talmud is it's really some gangster shit, bro. It's like it's really, really bad.
For those of you guys that want to know what the Talmud is, look up either a Babylonian Talmud, and I'm trying to remember the other one. No, I don't want to embarrass myself. I almost said the Jerusalem Talmud, but no, it's not it. There's a
It's
Babylonian
called the Talmud.
Yeah, yeah.
My nickname is Brando's Burning Down Babylon. Yeah, that's my nickname. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Brando's Burning Down Babylon.
Now, modern day Babylon, okay. Well, literal Babylon, we know it's Iraq.
Correct.
Okay, we know it's Iraq.
Yes. And it goes back to Nimrod.
Nimrod, the land of Shinar.
Yes, sir.
I think it's in Genesis.
Oh man, I'm so
10
happy
or
that
11.
you know this. Yes, yeah.
Yes, and I mean,
This
I may look
warmed
dumb,
my heart.
but I'm
Yeah,
not dumb.
yeah. Nimrod, big dog.
You know, and it all goes back. It all goes back. Look at me personally.
We've all been lied to, Tony. That's
Yes.
at the end of the day, we've all been lied to, and we got to figure out the truth.
But you know
That's what we're challenged with. That's what we're tasked with. And I'm not sitting here trying to say like, oh, Brando knows everything. No, I'm just saying, let's all get together and figure out the truth collectively, because we
Look,
know we've been lied to.
when you find out
If
the
that makes
truth,
sense.
it's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing,
Yes,
right?
it's a beautiful thing because you know when they say the truth
And
will
that's
set
why
you
I
free.
wanted my wife here, because like she supports me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she
As she
supports.
should.
She supports my endeavors. She's like, hey, I've been with this dude for 30 years, and he just keeps going.
Yeah.
And he won't shut up. And she supports that. So,
All good. Okay.
but she's not here. So,
Now here's the big one.
what? You have another one?
Yeah, I got a couple more.
Okay.
Like, at least
okay.
two more.
Okay.
Do you believe 911 was an inside job?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, now if somebody off the street asked you that question, you're walking out of the liquor store, hey, I have a question. I saw you on the podcast and I heard you talk about these subjects, but I want to ask you, so you do believe 911 is an inside job? And you say yes. And if he asks you why, what would be your best answer? Well, why would the U.S. get a bunch of wannabe Muslims to hijack these planes?
To think that our government cares about us is the first misstep.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad you said that.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't. When you look at old video footage of people explaining what they heard and what they saw, they said it was explosions and it was like a bam, 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 bam. You know what I mean?
Right.
Demolition.
Absolutely, Alex.
Because if the buildings would have toppled over, it would have killed more people.
Right.
Okay, now, but let's establish this. You do believe that those were planes that went through those buildings, though, right?
No.
Okay, let me stop you right there. The only reason why I have to, at least right now, disagree with you.
Push back a little bit?
Yes, I had a friend that was in New York
back, yeah.
when that happened. And on his flip phone, he recorded the second plane hit the building.
So you have somebody personally.
And I saw it, yes.
So did you know Jasmine Vega? She worked with me at Virgin.
No,
She was on the road. Okay. No.
So you don't believe there were planes? So on TV, what was that? Just like some stage shit? So what do you think actually hit?
Well, he's saying that it was like
There were bombs. There were explosions. It was the Jews that did it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
And I don't mean to say Jews like that, but
Right.
yeah, but it was.
Well, I know Kanye West always throws the Jews under the bus.
Hey, so with that, you would say that maybe Project Bluebeam had something to do with that, maybe because it made people see something that probably, because they probably did have bombs set up already and a controlled demolition.
They
right?
did have a controlled demolition, but those planes were all just
Because they said that the planes were made like out of like really light stuff and like they should have probably crushed outside.
So the Muslims were bamboozled. That had nothing to do with Muslims.
nothing to do with
Osama was innocent?
Osama was CIA. And do you know that we created Hamas?
No shit?
Yeah, we created Hamas. So all this stuff about all this, it's just crap. It's
Damn.
crap. I'm with Palestine. I know that's not popular thought or popular belief.
Well, it kind of is because they're going around destroying our colleges. Do you agree with that, though, that they should be vandalizing?
No.
See, there's other ways
they
that
use it to manipulate everything. You know what I'm saying?
there's other ways to go about it because, like the way you're explaining, you're for Palestine. Okay, cool. But you're not out there.
Because of the Balfour Declaration,
Okay.
which was
But you're not out there vandalizing shit, bro.
no,
so.
no, I'm not. So the planes were AI, if you will,
Okay.
way back then, because we know that they're like
No technology,
30,
yes.
50 years in advance to us.
Okay, I want to bring something up because, now they got these buildings, Alex, and I don't know if you've seen them, where like it's buildings, they're real buildings, but they have the screens that look like the buildings fall, and then like a toy comes out, like, and it's just like AI shit. Now that's just fireworks. It's just like AI shit. I don't know if you've seen those, Alex, where it's a building and it's a screen, but it looks like the building fell, and then a little monito comes out and it's like, okay, but it looks so real. Okay, there's a reason why I bring that up.
Okay.
In Back to the Future Part 2,
They always hint.
he went
Understand
to the
they
future.
always hint.
Yeah, he went to the future and he saw one of the buildings where a shark comes out and almost bites him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? Yeah. we're seeing that today. So that means that technology was available
Way back then. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Agreed. 100%.
They were doing holograms a long time ago.
They have that, like the Shamu whale that comes out of nowhere.
That's
You know what I mean?
crazy, bro.
I know.
That's insane. So I can understand now how technology advances every 3 to 6 months. I mean, look at every cell. Okay, this cell phone right here is
3 to 6 months, like 40, 50 years in advance to
Yes.
what we have.
okay. This is the Samsung.
So you know, like
X24 Ultra.
you know that Zuckerberg didn't create Facebook.
No, I know
It was
guys.
called LifeLog, and that was a CIA operation.
Okay.
So like we can go there too as well. But that was this LifeLog. It was called LifeLog.
Now what I'm
And they
saying
tried
is,
to make him look like a genius. Frame him
yeah,
like a
no,
genius.
he's not. Okay, now this right here, even though this is the latest Samsung phone, the latest, okay, S24 Ultra, okay, in about 3 or 4 months, bro, and I just bought it this year. This is gonna be old,
Obsolete.
and it cost me $1,200.
Right.
Who would have thought, that
Right.
shit?
Right.
But yeah, bro, technology. How far advanced? How many years ahead of time do you believe?
At
our
least
government-
50 years.
At least 50 years.
At least 50 years. Yep. Mhm.
So what do you think they have right now that
They
they
have a
haven't
lot of
released?
things. Yeah.
Remember we thought that and Back to the Future we would have a hoverboard by now.
Right.
They got something called the hoverboard, but it's not hovering. It's just.
I
real.
like Alex every moment. The more that you chime in, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but what's crazy is that now they have that Tesla, the Cybertruck, and it kind of resembles the same as that Back to the Future truck,
Mhm.
that, car,
The DeLorean.
the DeLorean. But I mean, that. You know what? Because I watch a lot of YouTube. I stay on YouTube, so I see a lot of videos.
So you need to watch What on Earth Just Happened.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll check
And
it
then
out.
there's another one called LHFE or something like that. And then it goes into some like deeper stuff.
Okay. So let me get back to this because I have to ask you. Bohemian Grove. A lot of people say you need to. What goes on there, and how often does that happen? Is that an annual meeting?
It's annual.
It's annual.
It's
and
annual, and they sacrifice. They do a mock ritual, so they're not really sacrificing children to Moloch, but they're doing a mock
so it's like
ritual
a
sacrifice.
reenactment of what really goes on.
Right.
Do they have a Moloch statue there?
They do. It's the owl. So even like Drake, you know how his logo is
Is
the
he
owl?
another sellout?
He's like, yes. Anybody that's making more than 20, 30, 40, 50 million dollars a year is part of the club.
Okay, here's another one. Alex, who's that guy where people died in
But
his
Moloch,
concert?
the owl is Moloch.
Okay.
Travis Scott, I think.
Travis Scott, he was performing and people died in his audience?
Yeah, yep.
Well, he
that was
says that
mock
in-
ritual. Yep.
He said that in his song. He was like people jumping off the nosebleeds in the song. He was saying shit like that, and people were actually doing it. Like they were jumping off the nosebleeds.
Okay, so now let me ask you this. Is that just the influence of music? Or was he, or were people out there in the audience really killing people?
I think it was both. I think in that situation, the music has a lot to do with it.
The vibration. Speak a little bit closer to the microphone. I don't want
Yes,
people
the
to miss it.
vibration. Yes, the vibrations.
So
Yeah.
there is a certain frequency.
There is a frequency. So we go 440 versus 432. You want to get into that?
Let's get into that a little bit.
So
Talk a little bit about it for people that are possibly, and I say this respectfully, and I don't want to say illiterate, but possibly don't know what they mean by frequency. If you care to shed
and
a
the
little bit of light.
Nazis are the ones that kind of like put a cap on it. So
How
it's
was that?
432 versus 440. We should be at 440, but they hold on. Just to make sure that I'm speaking correctly. Again, there's like Operation Fishbowl. 440 frequency versus 432. .440 frequency meaning
Take your time, my bro.
it's 440 hertz.
Okay.
The Great 440 Hertz Conspiracy and Why All of Our Music is Wrong by Alan Cross. This is in 2018. And now I'm going to pull up 432.
Alex, can you go ahead and hold on a second. Okay, here we go.
So 432 is the real stuff, and the 440 is something that the Nazis put together to... It keeps us tense, I guess, for lack of a better word. It just keeps us, like, tense. Hold on.
Alex, on the poll, can you put, you enjoying tonight's show?
Dope.
Okay. And so those frequencies, do you
They
think...
mess with our minds.
Yeah, like, do you think that someone gives it to these artists and say, keep it at these frequencies, and you'll have a hit record, sort of?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So is that almost to say that's a fake hit?
Yes. 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 Yes, I do.
Wow.
Because...
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Alex.
I was gonna say that.
I would love your input. Yeah.
I was listening.
Because you seem well-versed. Like, yeah, go for it, big dog.
It's probably because I get lost in the YouTube universe and in the educational part of it, you know. And pretty much.
But you've heard of this controversy before, correct?
Yes.
432 versus 440.
Well, no, I have not. But
Okay.
what I was gonna say is that I know that people make songs and sing songs to remember things and to, you know, so a lot of people sing lyrics and stuff like that, and not consciously, but maybe subconsciously, like in the back of their mind. They don't know, but they're being manipulated in a way, you know, because at the end of the day, it's a chant, right?
Right. It's a mantra, if you
Because
will.
a lot of the rap, you know, lately too has been like repetitive. So it's like repetitive, you know.
And that's where we get back to Travis Scott, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so you listen to music, certain stuff, you know, because I remember back when I started listening to certain other music, you know, they talk about Versace wearing this and wearing that, and when you get to that point where you can buy it and you do buy it and it puts you in that moment, then you listen to that song and you're like, I'm where I'm supposed to
So
be.
now we're getting into the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, which is a totally, like, different topic, but yes.
Okay, speak a little bit about that, bro.
So the
Educate us.
subconscious mind, anything that's predominant on the conscious mind, the subconscious mind will bring into fruition. It's called the duality of minds. And people will be like, oh, Brandon, that's not of God. No, it is of God because God gave us our minds.
Okay,
You know what I mean? And we have to learn how our minds work. And so our minds work. We have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. Our conscious mind is the five senses, etc.
yes.
You know what I mean? But whatever predominant thought is on the conscious mind, the subconscious mind will bring into fruition, meaning that's why you always have to have positive thoughts. Because that's what the subconscious mind is going to bring into fruition. That's why affirmations are important. That's why all that stuff is important. And people will be like, oh, Brando, that's New Age hooey. It's not New Age hooey.
No, it's not.
That's the way our mind works. And
Yeah.
God gave us our minds. Our creator, call him God, call him our creator, call him divine presence, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
That's what he gave us. Those are the tools that he gave us in order to operate.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Wow. No, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. You know what?
So keep positive thoughts. Weed out the negative thoughts out of your mind.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Now, let me ask you this, because I do believe in this. I never saw it this way until maybe 3-4 years ago. That people can bring positive, good energy, and you can feel it.
Affirmations, yeah.
And then there are people that just carry that negative energy. Like,
Right.
And I'm going to say it this way. They are bad people.
Right.
I'm going to say it that way.
Okay.
There's people that I've met that I felt like, man, I would just really love being around this guy or this female. They impart in me something good. They're always encouraging me. They're always blessing me.
Right.
And then there's those people that try to act good, but eventually
But they're fake.
they're fucking fake. And you start seeing all them red flags. Do you ever sense the negative and the positive in people?
I do. I do.
Okay.
I do. And I try to weed those people out of my life.
It's true. Yeah, bro.
We have to.
We have to.
We have to. But yes, I agree with you, sir.
Okay. There was one more thing that I was going to bring that somebody did not submit, but I'm trying to remember what the fuck I was going to do, what the fuck I was going to say, because I had like my third shot.
Okay, that's fine. I love this. I think this is great.
Same here, bro.
I love speaking freely. I wish I had more information to support what I'm saying, but go ahead.
Okay. Now, today's food in America.
Food.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. I gave this example the other day that this is what our children are eating. And when I say our children, I'm speaking, when I say children, I'm the masses.
In a wide kind of spectrum.
Okay, say that a child gets up in the morning and I live right in front of a school.
Mm.
You know what I see in the morning? Kids walking to school eating hot Cheetos, Takis, chips, and a big Monster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a big Monster can, okay. Say that a kid gets out of school, their mom takes him to McDonald's. He gets a Happy Meal. Hamburger, chicken nuggets, fries, those apple fucking, slices, and a Coke. Okay. Then at home, he wants dinner. His mom opens up a fucking box of mac and cheese.
Processed foods.
Yes.
And
Okay.
top ramen.
Yeah, top ramen. Okay. Then the next day he goes to school and there's a vending machine and he gets Oreos, he gets chips, he gets a Pop-Tart. And that's his routine. Okay. Every day. That child is going to live a short life, bro. Because all he's
Why,
eating.
Tony? Like, why? So I agree with you. I already know where you're going with this. Like, so the common phraseology these days is, oh, these kids are on the spectrum. Why? We never had that before.
We never had that before.
When you and I were growing up in the 80s or what have you, you know what I mean? We never had to deal with that.
Yeah.
No one's, he has ADHD. We never had that.
No, never had that shit.
It's processed foods. It has to be.
Yeah.
It's the food that they're giving us.
It's the food.
And giving our children and the
killing us.
vaccines and all that stuff. Everything.
It's definitely killing us. Okay. I'm just going to give you guys one example. Okay? If the story of the Garden of Eden is true,
Okay.
here's what got us kicked out of the garden was food. The serpent deceived
Okay, go ahead.
Eve into eating of the food. It never said apple, by the way.
No, but it was the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
The tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay.
So that's a metaphor in and of itself.
Okay.
It's an analogy.
So she ate of the food, right? Got us kicked out of the garden. According to the scriptures, sin came into the world. Man is a
I'm
fallen
a God-fearing man,
creation.
though, so I understand that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus is led into the wilderness after he's baptized, and he's tempted by the devil. And one of the temptations was food.
Right.
Turn these stones into bread. Eat. Okay. Fast forward to today, 2024. What's killing us? Food.
So as it pertains to the 5 loaves of bread and the fish, that has a lot to do with astrotheology. Everything dates back to astrotheology.
Explain what that is for people who do not know what that big word is.
Astrotheology. So basically, Jesus and the 12 disciples is the 12 things of the zodiac.
Okay. I've never heard that.
Right. So that's what that is.
Okay.
And so then we get into the Virgin, Virgo, and then we get into Judas being the crab, or you know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
And all that good stuff. So yeah, it has a lot to do with that. It's astrotheology. So we all have to study astrotheology in order to understand the allegories that the Bible is trying to teach us. And if as long as we can grasp that and not take it personally, we take it as astrotheology, then we'll be able to figure it out and we're all good.
Okay. Now, the reason why I said that especially, and let me speak for Latino children, Mexican children, Salvadorian children, Honduran children, Guatemalan children. They're all beautiful children, okay?
Right.
But it seems like this generation cares less for their kids. From what I see, my humble opinion, I would never allow my grandchild, who's 5 years old, walk to school with a monster and a bag of Takis.
Right.
You know,
Right.
come home and we serve up mac and cheese from a fucking box. We give them a Coke.
Yeah.
Then we get Oral Redenbacher fucking popcorn.
Right.
Give him some fucking Oreos, and for dessert we give him some ice cream, and he goes off to bed and never ate nothing healthy.
Right.
He didn't even have water.
Mm-hmm.
And then his day up when he gets home from school and if he does his homework, okay, he's on your phone or his phone or playing video games or on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally, that is not healthy.
No.
So they're eating fake food and watching fake shit on TV or on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, and by the time they're 18, they gotta take rhino pills.
But no, it's true. It's true. Oh no, it is true,
Yeah.
bro.
Alex comes in with the one-liners. I love it. Yes.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got about another 15 more minutes. So let's.
We do?
Yeah, we got
Okay.
about another 15
Okay.
minutes. Anything you want to bring up? Give us a good topic, bro. Like, Tone, let's talk about this. We didn't cover this. Anything. Take your time. If you want another shot, I'll give you another shot. It'll help expand your mind.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go
cool.
for it. I'll drink with you, Tony.
Yeah, and
I'm
this
not a
a-
big drinker, but
yeah.
I'll drink with you.
And this-
Let's talk about the esoteric versus the exoteric. Again.
Okay. But now, for people that are barely tuning in right
Mm-hmm,
now, explain what that is, please.
So the exoteric, so like if I go like this,
Okay, and point it at the camera.
people are going to be like, oh, that means rock on, like hardcore.
Yeah.
No, those are the horns of Baphomet. So to the exoteric version, that means rock on, but to the esoteric version, that means the horns of Baphomet.
Okay.
If I go like this, people will see this and say, oh, that means okay. No, that's the exoteric version. The exoteric version means that it's okay. The esoteric version means that it's 666, which is base consciousness. If I go like this, why not?
Give him the solo.
If I go one eye like this, esoterically, that means the eye of Horus. Exoterically, that just means
I'm just covering my eye.
right. If I go like this, exoterically, that means shh. But esoterically, that means shh, we have a secret. So that's one thing that I would like to get through on this podcast this evening is like, there's an exoteric meaning and an esoteric meaning for everything. And when you see these people do this, but then you see the kids copycat,
Yes.
then it just muddles the waters, if you will.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, so it's like, and then we're just all at a loss. And then people are like, oh, he really didn't mean that, or he really didn't. Well, this is where it all stems from. You know what I mean?
Let me answer this, okay?
Mhm.
I know you mentioned Satan, Lucifer as of two different people, okay?
Mhm.
I'll just say the devil just to generalize it. Do you believe that there are people that are actually out there that do worship the devil?
Yes. They believe in that concept. It's a concept.
Okay,
I don't believe that he physically exists,
okay,
but that I believe that they fund their belief in that concept.
okay. So you said that you believe in Satan and then that there is a Lucifer.
There's a Lucifer, and then there's Satan, who's supposed to be the agent of Lucifer.
Okay.
That's
okay.
the way some people
Okay.
believe.
Okay. Let me give you a story from a guy that I used to work with, and he was
And you know, and great people, if you want to research Bill Cooper or Jordan Maxwell.
Bill Cooper. I've heard of Bill Cooper.
Jordan Maxwell just passed away, but and he lived in Pasadena.
Really?
But yeah, but
Okay, what about those
Bill
gentlemen? If you don't mind
Cooper
me-
is my hero.
Okay, explain to us why and who is this other gentleman that lives in Pasadena.
So Bill Cooper, he just really dug deep and just like went into the weeds. And Jordan Maxwell, him and Bill Cooper kind of got into it a little bit towards the end. But
what did they believe that you looked up to him?
just the esoteric, the occult part of things.
Were they a part of it, or were they exposing it?
They exposed it.
Okay.
They exposed it, meaning like it was just occult doesn't mean evil or evil or Satanism. It just means hidden.
Okay.
And so that's something that we need to learn as a people. And then once we figure that out, then we can, move forward.
Okay. Now, I have a friend that, well, he's not really a friend, but he was a guy that was in the Army Reserve. And they were sent in to smoke Saddam Hussein's. When Saddam Hussein was on the run, they were given an order not to go get Saddam, go get his sons. Mm-hmm. One of the sons was Uday. They actually made a movie. I think it was called The Devil's Son-in-Law or The Devil something. But they actually made a movie about Saddam's son.
Really?
Let me tell you how
Saddam was CIA.
Okay, let me tell you how evil this guy was. If this is true,
okay.
But look up Uday or Saddam Hussein's son on YouTube. This motherfucker, bro, mm-hmm. and this is real fucking footage. Mm-hmm. And I'll come back to my friend who told me the story. Mm-hmm. Go on YouTube. Mm-hmm. This guy will walk into a club. Remember back then? I think it was the 110 or the 60 Peppers. Remember that club Peppers?
Yeah.
Imagine I tell you, come on me, Brando, and I walk in. And I told security, shut down this fucking club. And I told the whole fucking club, get fucking butt naked. That's how much
influential
power
he was, like how much power he had.
And then he put out his sword and told the girls, come over here, you're going to dance with me. And fucking start swinging the fucking sword while I'm dancing with the fucking broad. That's how evil this motherfucker was. That's his name, Uday. Let me take it another notch. I know somebody's getting married. Let me go to the ceremony. Mm-hmm. And then I'll tell my boys, hey, Uday wants your wife before you touch her. So he would take her virginity before her husband.
Really?
And then kill her. That's how sick this bastard was. Mm-hmm. So they were saying this guy is 10 times as worse as his father. Let's get him first. Okay? Mm-hmm. So as they're going through, Babylon, Iraq.
Brando's burning down Babylon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They go into something that looks like a church, and he's telling me this story. And there was a statue of somewhat of an angel. He goes, I just thought it was an angel because it had wings. He said, but it had like a demonic looking face.
Mm-hmm. Fallen angel, possibly?
Okay. That's where I'm going. Mm-hmm. And he said there were people from this village that were lifting it up, like picking it back up. He goes, now this is a black man. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, what's that? And he said, oh, this is Lucifer. And he said, Lucifer? Now, he's a Christian man. So he's asking, like, you guys worship Lucifer? He goes, yeah, this is a church that is...
Lucifer just simply means light bearer.
Right. But keep in mind, to him,
right,
that was Satan.
Right.
So he
said...
I
get it.
So he said, why do you guys worship Lucifer? And he said this, that they told him this, well, when he was in heaven, he was Lucifer. He was a good guy. But when he fell, he became Satan. Mm-hmm. We worship the good Lucifer.
Right.
That's what he said. He goes...
I know, and that's like where I get befuddled.
Yeah, he goes, Tony, I've never heard anything like that. But there in Iraq, Babylon, they were still worshiping fucking...
Lucifer.
Yeah, bro. So that was the crazy part, bro. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man. Other than that, I don't know where to take this.
No, we're good.
We're good.
This
Alex.
was a great conversation.
Okay, we had a poll. Yeah. How long has it been up? Give us the poll question and then give us the poll results.
Okay, but before I do that, let me ask you one more question.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, Alex. Yeah.
Okay, because these are other
people chiming in.
Yeah, other things that people ask on the episodes. But do you believe that the moon is a projection?
I do. Meaning it's just like a reflection of the earth. Yes. Like it's just a map of the earth. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
You can't land on it. No. So that's my short answer.
Okay, that's a short answer. But is there a moon?
Like a hardcore moon, like
Yeah.
a physical moon?
Yeah.
I don't believe so. No.
Okay, so this world is just giving us something and saying that's the moon? Believe in it?
Yes, it's just a reflection. So
A
it's
reflection
just a
of
map.
what?
It's a map. It's a map of the earth.
Okay.
Meaning
A mirror.
correct. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. A mirror. A mirror. That's the best description.
Yeah, that's what they were saying about the like when they zoom into like Mars and shit. They said that they're zooming into the
That's
other
what the
parts.
people are saying? Yes.
Well,
that's
not
awesome.
not on here, but on YouTube. When I'm like on the YouTube.
No, yes.
They're
Yes.
saying
The
that-
moon is just a mirror of what Earth is, basically.
And then
And you can map out everything on the moon. And that's why we discover like things outside of Antarctica and situations like that.
okay, yeah, because I guess the theory there was a theory that said that that like when you zoom into Saturn and planets
We
like
didn't
that.
get into Saturn, so that's L worship. That's why I don't wear Nikes anymore. That's
Okay, now
Saturn worship.
Oh yeah,
speaking to the mic, say it
So
again.
I don't wear Nikes anymore because that's Saturn worship.
Really?
Yep. That's the ring of Saturn.
Wow.
That's why I don't wear a wedding ring either. That's a ring of Saturn.
Wow.
I don't do that. I don't do it. I don't do it, big dog. I don't.
Okay.
Can you explain it? Give us a little bit more. I mean, just like a little summary, maybe.
So Saturn. So
Or what to look
if
into?
we go back, so people think like, oh, Israel, like, oh, they're monotheism. No, they're not. It's Isis Ra El, meaning Isis, which is Egyptian, Ra, Amen Ra. That's why we end our prayers in Amen,
Uh-huh.
because of Amen, Amen. And then El, and El is Saturn. So that's why I don't wear a wedding ring. I don't wear Nikes. I don't do anything like that anymore. I just want to be like, I'm trying to do my best to like just to be 100% legit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I don't do that. I don't do that anymore. L is the god of Saturn. And that's where you get the cube, and that's why you see the Jews wearing the black cube, and that's why you see the Muslims running
the
across
Kaaba.
the Kabbalah,
Yeah.
which means cube.
Which means cube.
Which means cube, and they
Yes.
just run around it like so. It's like a ring of Saturn.
And, okay, so what's that that rock that you're not able to that everybody wants to go and touch at one of the ends of it? You know, there's like a black rock, like shoved into that what you're talking about.
Okay, I think
I don't know what it's called.
Oh, no, hold on. I think it's the one right there in Israel, and I believe it's the Dome of the Rock, where
Oh, so that's where
supposedly Muhammad and his flying horse Barak.
That's where Abraham went to go sacrifice Isaac. But that's where Abraham went to go sacrifice Isaac. But if you really do your due diligence, then you would realize that that's where. So Abraham lost faith in God and boned his servant girl and had Ishmael. And so that's where we get Isaac and Ishmael, the difference between the Jew and the Muslim. So that's where that comes from. That's where that stems from.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we kind of getting really deep in the weeds on that one, but yeah.
Okay, so you don't support. So you don't support Nike as the symbol, or you don't support it as a company at all.
Nope.
So you wouldn't wear any Jordans either.
I don't wear J's. I don't wear any of that anymore. No, I do my best. I'm wearing K Swisses right now. I really don't.
So before you like wear any type of product, you do your homework on it or anything. Like
Yes,
that?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes. And the Nike symbol is the ring of Saturn.
And for people that don't know the symbols and stuff like that, is that bad for them, or is there
Are they going to be held accountable because they're ignorant?
Yes.
I mean, we try to educate everybody. I wouldn't hold it against them if like they didn't know the difference.
Not you, but like at the end of the day,
Well,
like
if you want to be hardcore, then I'd be like, no, you guys are messing up. You know what I mean? Like, don't wear J's, don't wear Nikes, don't wear even Adidas. I mean, those are the three pyramids of Egypt. Like, don't wear any of that stuff. No, like.
So all of them are all those companies, all those shoe companies are just
They're all part of the club. They're all part of the club, Alex.
okay.
They're all part of the club. We don't want anything to do with the club. Fuck the club.
Okay.
Okay.
Alex, read us the poll, please.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I know, right?
Do we have many listeners right now?
No, we got over.
Well, we got 337.
Just on the live chat. Just on the live chat.
right now.
That we got close to 1,000 people live.
Yeah, we
What?
have more
That's
than that.
dope. It's awesome.
Okay, and we need people to smash that like button because we're at 123. I know we could get.
Smash the like button.
But no, Alex, no, we don't want.
Okay, no, we want them to just press it.
No, we average at least 1,000 people live, bro. So go ahead, bro.
So, 89 votes. The question is, are you enjoying this episode? And 87% said, hell yeah, we need more. And 13% said, nope, they're just here to hate.
Oh,
Okay, let me say this: 87 votes out of 300 and some people that are live chat. That's whack, bro. Honestly, I expected more.
Yeah,
So-
it's been 20 minutes, huh?
Exactly. So we're good. Other than that, I had another question, but
yes, sir.
I don't fucking remember it. But
What
it was
is it?
It was no. I'm trying to remember. It was a good one. But he kept going on and kept going on, and I kept like trying to keep it in my head and shit.
Hey, well, I'm thinking of questions that Marvelous
These are super
might be
dope, though. I think they're
Go
great.
ahead. You have another one?
No, I was just thinking of questions that Marvelous will probably talk about, So,
Oh, okay.
because this is stuff that Marvelous already has talked about, maybe. And, well, because we were also talking about the other day that there's a lot of videos of people flying into, saying that they're in space or whatever. They just recently had that Red Bull thing where the guy jumps out.
He was right at the
So, but the thing I was pointing out is that every camera that goes up into space is a fisheye lens camera.
Boom. Yes, that's what I'm
So-
talking about.
So
So it's bullshit, is what it is.
so my question is like, why isn't there people using just regular?
You talk to the pilots, they'll tell you.
They're not allowed to, like, they probably swear. So you're saying that they might be swearing an oath when they become pilots and stuff? Maybe.
No, the pilots are pretty much like they give you the truth.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just go into the cabin and say like, yo.
You know what? I know a pilot. I just haven't asked him. Like he has a plane out here in Torrance, and
Mm-hmm.
I should ask him one day.
Get it, Alex. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
That's it.
I couldn't remember my question, but we're gonna go ahead and just like.
My bad, Tony.
No, it's all good. I had a good one, bro.
What was it, Tony?
I'm trying to remember, so let me give it a couple of seconds, and maybe it'll come to me. Okay.
I love this show. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about last question. Vampires. Okay.
Okay. That's a rough one. Go ahead.
Yeah. When I say vampires, I've heard within the last 3 years that the elites drink children blood that's trying
They
to
do.
stay
And it's
young.
called adrenaline. It's called adrenochrome.
Okay, can you elaborate for somebody that maybe has never heard of this?
Okay.
And they're like, wait, what, Tony?
So what they do is that they scare the children to the point
When you
where,
say children, how old are they, would you say?
like under 11 years old, and they scare them and adrenalize their blood, which means their blood is adrenalized, and then they extract the blood, and then they feed it to
So they
cult members.
They scare them, and then they pretty much like inject them to pull blood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I guess what I'm asking, I kind of want to know because I'm totally ignorant when it comes to this. There's a difference in the blood when they're scared.
Yes. It's called adrenalized blood. It's called adrenochrome.
Okay, so now I'm asking, what motherfucker thought of that first?
Canaanites. Canaanites, big dog.
That's for a whole nother podcast right there.
Mm-hmm.
That like
Canaanites, Tony. Canaanites.
the
It's sick shit.
the descendants of Cain.
Correct. And we go back to Noah.
Tubal Cain.
Tubal Cain. Yes.
Yes, bro.
Now we're connecting the dots.
Yes.
Yes. That's all we need to do.
Okay.
Little by little. Just start connecting
so
the
these
dots.
elites drink this blood of scared children, and does it keep them young? I'm trying to understand.
It does keep them young.
So-
That's the fountain of youth.
So okay, do they drink it? Do they get injected by it? Like, how do they
Both.
consume it?
They both. They drink it and get injected. Both.
Okay, now let me ask you
Hillary
this.
Clinton was a big consumer of that.
That's what I'm asking. Do you know anybody that's taken that?
Mm-hmm.
And Hillary Clinton.
Then what's the little injection they take for like diabetes or whatever. They or like if you get like stung by a bee, same shit works.
Okay. From what you know, what did they do with these children after? Did they let them go?
They kill them. They're babies, and it stinks. It stinks to high heaven. I don't know.
And
what
that's,
are the way to
that's
say
where
it?
it fucks with me as a man.
Right. Because they're babies.
As a man, as a man, and as men,
Mm-hmm.
we are called to protect these children.
So even Jesus said, so we can debate whether Jesus' name was real or not or whatever.
Just go.
But he said it's
It would be
if you were to mess with these children, it's better to hang a millstone from
around
your neck.
and be thrown to the deepest ocean.
Correct.
It's true.
Right.
It's true. So all these
So
motherfuckers,
we're men, and me and you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck anybody up. You
and
know what I
all
mean?
these motherfuckers that are doing that, you know what you got coming.
Right.
Okay.
So we're fucking them up. And so that's what we have to do, and that's our calling.
Okay.
That's why I'm trying to bring attention to it. Go ahead, Alex.
So
Yes,
let
sir.
me ask. So if they're doing so much sin and creating so much bad things,
Mm-hmm.
why are they being blessed with so much?
Because money is the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all
The
evil.
love of money.
The love
And they
of
love it.
money
That's what keeps them
is
going.
the root. Correct. So the love of money is so meaning like, look, I got $1,000 in my pocket right now. Who gives a fuck, right? It's the love of money that's the root of all evil, and that's all that it is. The love.
Hold that up for people that know that that's real. Hold that up.
Yeah.
This guy's in the music industry, but he's not willing to sell his fucking
I'm not
soul.
willing to sell my soul. No. The love of money is the root of all evil. I got $1,000 in my pocket right now.
You know,
Fuck that shit.
there was a guy here that told me, "Hey, would you DJ my daughter's quinceañera?" I said, "Here's what I said. I said, I don't do that no more, bro." And he said, "For real? I'm giving you $1,500." And I said, "I don't do that no more." And he goes, "I'll give you $2,500." I said, "Bro, keep your money. I'm sure you can get somebody cheaper." And he told me like this. He went up to $5,000, and he said, "I want to have Tony A DJ my
right.
daughter's quinceañera." You know what I told him?
What'd you tell him?
Bro, I don't DJ no more. That's what I told him, okay? And you know what he told me? This was one of the biggest compliments. You know why I love you so much, bro? Because money does not impress you.
Right. It's the root of all evil. The love.
Yeah,
the love of money.
So Jennifer
Not
Hudson,
money, but the love. Jennifer Hudson, yes.
for her ass to like take my fucking nephew, take my mom, take my fucking dad.
Right.
If that's true, fuck you.
Yep.
So
Professor Griff.
yeah, so I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. That's
Brando, anything I didn't ask you, anything you want to say? If not, give your shout outs.
I love you. I'm
Absolutely.
grateful for the opportunity. And Alex, you're a great individual. And I love you both, man.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Okay, let me go ahead and give my shout outs. I'm going to give my shout out to Alex Cervantes, Cervantes Enterprise. Let me give a shout out to the Hip Hop Jedi, to B Scanless, to Marvelous E, my co host, and to our moderator, Magic Girl Forever Genesis. And I do want to say that, Brando, I want to tell you this will not be your last time. I want to do a part 2.
Oh, it's so awesome. Thank you.
Let's do a part 2, bro. Because
Let's do it.
I know we got at least 1,000 people
Thank
watching.
you, Tony.
Okay, and we're gonna make this happen again because
We
I
will.
think people.
I think this is an
Ooh.
interesting topic.
I remember my question. Last question. Take as
What
long
is
as you
it?
want, or give it to us in a nutshell. What do you think about this whole movement that's considering itself to be woke? What do you think about woke? Last question.
I think woke is bullshit. I think it's just stupidity. I think it's just a way to dumb us down and try to make good people like just watered down. If that makes sense. Oh man, you kind of threw me under the bus on that one. But no, I mean woke is.
How was that, bro?
So no, but I have a T-shirt that says everything woke is bullshit. Like
I think everything woke is bullshit too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm throwing myself under the bus, or on top of the bus, on the side of the bus, or in front of the bus. So everything
love
that's
it.
woke is bullshit.
Everything woke is bullshit.
Yeah,
Yep.
And there's a rapper out there. She's a female rapper that she promotes woke. Fuck you, fuck woke. Okay, straight up. Everything that's woke turns to shit.
Yeah, that's my T-shirt. It says everything that's woke turns to shit.
Everything that's woke turns to shit. So if you're woke, fuck you. Anyways, other than that, I'm out of here. And my last words are, oh no. Take us away, Alex.
Oh no! Oh no! Brother, what's that, brother? Oh no! What's that, brother?